Hey, everybody. Welcome to 2019. Happy New Year to everybody out there in the business expander world. And I am, of course, Neville Stone, your small business expander. In welcoming you back to 2019, I just wanted to give you 5 quick tips and questions you can ask yourself to get yourself up to a flying start and to perhaps give you something to move on with for the start of the year. So let's get to it. Firstly, I just want to bring you up to January the 10th. Why January the 10th? What's so significant about January the 10th? Well, here's the news, people. Did you know that statistically January the 10th is the date that most people's resolutions start to fail? They actually give up on the promises they made to themselves in the new year. That's really interesting, isn't it? People stuck at things for about 10 days and that's it. And here's the 2 things that they need to think about. Is firstly, not only were they open to change, which is what often resolutions are about, changing something, doing something more or less, or starting or stopping. But here's the thing. The question is, how willing are you to change? What willingness do you bring to the equation? And that's a big question. So when I look at people who are willing to change, I look at a young gentleman by the name of Edwin, who I've had as a client. In approximately April 2017, we started working together. He had a business idea, which was, to be honest, a little bit questionable from a moral point of view. His father loved it because of the money he was making. His mother, on the other hand, didn't like it because of the ramifications of what that could have left. So he decided to start an entirely new business idea, which is the concept he's run with. Opened up the idea, did his research, a couple of pop-up shops, figured that this could work. We got the systems operating, stuff started to happen, so he got himself a store. That store now has engaged from Melbourne, also into Sydney, opening soon in Brisbane, and is also looking at international exposure in Indonesia and in the US. And that, believe it or not, in November 2018, he turned over $1 million in the month. Not for the entire project, not for the financial year, $1 million for the month. How cool is that? What a great young man, brilliant business idea. So, the things that we looked at, and some really basic things that you can evaluate and go through a benchmarking process, probably once every quarter is really good to look at it. And here's my 5 key questions. What do you need to do more of? That's the first one. And if you're in sales and things like that, it might be more prospecting. It might be more contacts with people. It could be a lot of other things. So what do you want to do more of? Secondly, what do you want to do less of? And there's lots of things that we might want to do less of at times, which would benefit us, such as less time that's not being invested well. So less downtime or wasted time, for instance. Remembering, of course, that time is the only non-renewable resource. Thirdly, what do you want to keep the same? Because I'm sure there's plenty of things you're doing in your business right now that are really cool, and you want to keep doing the same. They're performing at optimum level. Brilliant. But you've got to keep those things certainly at front of where you are going because they're working well. Number 4, what do you want to stop doing? And there'll be some things you might want to stop doing. Procrastination's always a great one at this time of year. How do you stop procrastinating? And that's big questions that we can help answer and work with. And the last question is, what do you want to start doing? What's the big thing that you need to be doing this year that you need to start? So there you go, guys. Happy New Year. Welcome to the 2019 success year that is going to be brilliant for you and me and everybody around us. That success will rub off. So just thinking about that success in 2019, there's your 5 quick tips. What do you want to do more of? What do you want to do less of? What do you want to keep the same? What do you want to start? And what do you want to stop? Those 5 key points, you do those now and you're able to give yourself a flying start for 2019. So there's your tip, guys. Have a wonderful start to the new year. I'll be back on there very soon. And with more videos, and in the meantime, have a great successful time. I'm Neville Stone. I'm the small business expander. Play a bigger game. Have a great day.